Okay, let's take a listen here. We've got Farewell to Thee. This is page 43. I'm going to play it once and then talk about how you should practice this. Okay, now you can repeat this and play it the second time an octave higher. I'm not going to do it for this video. You should be dividing this by the chord progressions in your practice, meaning the very first two measures are a C chord. So that is the chunk that you would practice first. You'd start with your left hand melody. Make sure that you've written in the beats. If you haven't, write them in. After you can play the left hand by itself properly with the correct fingering, make sure you count. So you would start, actually the first note would be 4 and. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once you can do that, be able to count and play it with the pedal. Adding that extra thing where you're pressing down the pedal can make it a little more difficult. Then obviously we do the same with the right hand. We play the chords solid first, like this. And when you feel that you can do this without looking down, you're in good shape. So go ahead and look down when you first do this and try to jump off these and land on your chord positions. So remember, when we hit, we're not going to hit the chord, lift up, move over, and hit, lift up, move over, and hit. We're not doing that. We're actually going to kind of jump off and then get ourselves into the position of the next chord. So really what's going on is you're grabbing the next chord in the air. So I go from this one to that hand position before I'm coming down, and second inversion and root position. So you're really grabbing the chord in mid-air. So that's something you need to focus on doing. And you can do it without hitting the chord. Just practice going like that and check to see if you landed on the keys right. Okay, now once you have that, be able to do this with the pedal, obviously. And then we're going to start putting them together. Putting them together should be half speed. So you're going to be... If you can do that, great. If you're having trouble doing that, counting, playing, and doing all that stuff, there's a lot going on there, then get rid of the right hand, meaning get rid of all the chords except the first one. We're just going to add them in one at a time. All right, and then we're going to add the next one. And so on. That's the way to do it. Now the reason why we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and is because we have eighth notes. Since we have half beats in the song, if we look at the second bar, the first two measures, the D7 chord, it sounds like this. That part right there was your eighth note. And it started with a dotted quarter, which is a beat and a half, so we have to count that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for that measure. So make sure that you've written in the beats across the entire song, and make sure that you can see them and keep your eyes on the page and so forth. Try to do a couple things at the end, the ritardando, where we go slower and quieter. It's a good practice, and it's typically easier to go slower than it is to go faster, so something you could throw in there. If you're having trouble rolling these, all of these are arpeggiated chords. So to review, we just take the chord and we hit the bottom, middle, then the top, like that. You'll notice I'm just kind of rocking my wrist up and then just trying to finish my weight to my pinky. So pinky, 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 pinky. I'm trying to focus on getting to that pinky and holding it. So if you're having trouble doing that, then don't do it. Sounds fine. Okay? We can deal with that type of stuff later. All right, so that's how I want you to practice it. Just every 2 measures, okay? Writing your beats. Separate, left hand first, right hand, make sure you get the chords, and then putting them together. And if you have trouble at half speed, then start deleting some of the chords and just add them in one at a time. And then do those sections. And when you do the next section, don't forget, after you've got 2 sections, you do have to join them. So that is a separate part of your practice. Going from section 1 to section 2, a lot of times people will be great at this, and then they get to this part, and they're not used to coming back down to the G, they're not ready to hit this note next, so that bridging the gap between the 2 parts is its own part. So make sure that you focus on that, okay? Other than that, I think we're good. Good luck with this. I know we have our lesson tomorrow, so if this came a little late, I apologize, but we'll talk more tomorrow.